The people of Aburi lined up to witness her punishment. Once upon a time, in a beautiful town called Aburi, nestled in the hills of Ghana, there lived a peaceful and joyful community called Aburi. Aburi was known for its breathtaking scenery, with lush green forests, winding roads, and cool mountain breezes that filled the air with a refreshing fragrance. The town was also famous for its botanical gardens, filled with exotic plants and flowers from all over the world, making it a haven of natural beauty and tranquility. The people of Aburi were kind-hearted and lived simple, happy lives. They were farmers, traders, and craftsmen, and their skin glowed with a radiant beauty that seemed to reflect the warmth and peace of their surroundings. Despite their calm and gentle nature, there was something unusual about the women of Aburi. They all had long necks, much like those of giraffes. The women of Aburi, although different in appearance, were full of grace and joy. Their elongated necks did not bother them. In fact, they wore them as a badge of pride, adorning themselves with colorful beads and scarves that highlighted their unique beauty. The people accepted this as a part of their culture, and life went on peacefully. As time passed, the elders of the town began to notice a pattern. When a female child was born, she would look just like any other baby, but once she reached puberty, her neck would begin to grow longer. This transformation puzzled the wise men and women of the community, and they began to worry. What could be the cause of this strange occurrence? They asked. The elders gathered in the town square to discuss the matter. There was Kofi, the village chief, a wise and respectful man with a broad smile and a deep voice. Beside him sat Nanaya, the oldest woman in the village, known for her knowledge of herbs and ancient traditions. The other elders, each with their own wisdom and experience, sat around a large baobab tree, its branches providing shade as they spoke. This matter has troubled us for many years, Kofi began. We need to understand why this is happening to our daughters. It is not natural, Nanaya said thoughtfully. Our girls were not born this way. Something must be causing this change. But what could it be? Asked Kwame, another elder. We have lived for generations and the land has always been good to us. The elders decided they needed answers. They agreed to send a small group on a journey to discover the root cause of this mysterious transformation. They hoped to find a solution that would free their daughters from this strange fate. Before the group could leave, Nanaya recalled an old legend that had been passed down through generations. There is a story, she began, I remember now. A story from many years ago, long before any of us were born. It is said that our ancestors were not the original inhabitants of this land. There was a great tribal war in the early 90s, and our people fought bravely to take this land from its previous owners. In the chaos of that time, a terrible mistake was made. The elders listened intently as Nanaya continued. There was a woman, beautiful and kind, who was wrongfully accused of a crime she did not commit. The people believed she had brought bad luck to the land, and they believed she was a spy who worked with the original inhabitants of the land, and in their anger and fear, they condemned her to death. What happened to her? Kofi asked, his voice barely above whisper. They took her to the town square, Nanaya said. The people of Aburi lined up to witness her punishment. She was laid down, and as she faced death, she cried out a curse She said that because of the injustice done to her, every woman born in Aburi would have a long neck. She had a long neck just like the women of Aburi. And so she said, because of the injustice done to her, every woman born in Aburi would have a long neck as long as hers, so they would never forget the wrong they had done. The elders sat in stunned silence. They had heard fragments of this story before, but they never truly understood its significance until now. Determined to find a way to lift the curse, the elders selected a group of brave men and women to embark on a journey. Leading them was Kwame, a young and strong warrior known for his bravery. He was joined by Afia, a healer with deep knowledge of herbs and ancient traditions, and Kojo, a skilled hunter who knew the forest like the back of his hand. They set off at dawn with the blessings and prayers of the entire village. Their journey took them through dense forests, across rivers and over hills, and as they searched for answers, they visited other villages, spoke to wise men and women, and even consulted with spiritual leaders, but no one could give them the answer they sought. One day, after many weeks of travel, they met an old man who lived alone in a small hut deep in the forest. His name was Okomfo Anokie, and he was known for his wisdom and mystical powers. "Why do you seek me?" Okomfo Anokie asked, his eyes twinkling with curiosity. "We seek to lift the curse that has plagued our women for generations," Kwame explained. "We have come to you for help." Okomfo listened as they told him the story of the cursed woman. When they finished, he nodded slowly. "There is only one way to lift this curse," he said. "You must find the spirit of the woman who was wronged and ask for her forgiveness. Only she can remove the curse she plagued upon your people." The group returned to Aburi with this new information, and the elders gathered once more. They decided to perform a special ritual to summon the spirit of the cursed woman. Nanaya prepared a sacred space in the center of the town with offerings of food, flowers, and incense. As the night fell, the people of Aburi gathered around, their hearts filled with hope and fear. The air was thick and anticipation as the elders began to chant and pray. The flames of the torches flickered, casting shadows on the ground. Suddenly, a cold breeze swept through the square, and the people gasped as a figure appeared in the center of the circle. It was the spirit of the cursed woman, a long neck shimmering like the moonlight. "Why have you called me?" a voice echoed, filled with sadness. Kofi stepped forward, his head bowed. "We have come to ask for your forgiveness," he said. "We now understand the pain and injustice you suffered, and we beg you to lift the curse you placed upon us." The spirit looked at the people, her eyes softening. "I was wronged, and in my anger, I cursed you. But I see now that your people have suffered enough, so I forgive you." With those words, she vanished into the night, and a sense of peace washed over the town. The next morning, the people of Aburi woke up to find that the curse had been lifted. The women's neck were no longer elongated, and they looked just like everyone else. There was great rejoicing in the town as the people celebrated their new freedom. The elders thanked the brave group who had gone on the journey and the spirit of the woman who had forgiven them. They promised to always remember the lesson they had learned, to seek justice and kindness in all things, and never let fear and anger cloud their judgments. From that day on, Aburi became known not only for its beauty and peace, but also for the strength and resilience of its people. They lived in harmony, always mindful of their past, but hopeful for the future. And so, the town of Aburi thrived, a testament to the power of forgiveness and the resilience of the human spirit. The story of the cursed woman became a legend that was told to every born child in Aburi. It was a reminder that everyone deserved compassion and understanding, no matter the circumstances. The people of Aburi grew closer, helping each other and working together to build a better future for their children. Years passed and the town prospered. The women continued to wear beautiful beads around their neck, not because they had long necks, but as a symbol of their strength and beauty. The curse that once plagued them was now a story of hope and redemption. And so, Aburi remained a place of peace where the sun shone brightly and the people lived happily, always remembering the power of forgiveness and the importance of treating others with kindness and respect. Moral lessons. Forgiveness heals wounds and lifts burdens. The story highlights the transformative power of forgiveness. The people of Aburi suffered because of an injustice committed by their ancestors. It was only through seeking forgiveness from the wronged spirit that they were able to lift the curse and find peace. This teaches us that forgiveness, whether given or received, is essential for healing and moving forward. The curse on the women of Aburi serves as a powerful reminder of the long-lasting consequences of unjust actions. The townspeople suffered for generations due to the wrong done to an innocent woman. This emphasizes the importance of ensuring fairness and justice in our actions and decisions to prevent unnecessary sufferings for ourselves and others. The elders' decision to investigate the cause of the strange transformation in their daughters shows the value of seeking the truth even when it is difficult. Instead of ignoring the problem, they sought answers and ultimately found a solution. This encourages us to face our problems head on and seek the truth even when it is uncomfortable. The people of Aburi embraced their unique appearance and adorned themselves with pride despite their curse. Their acceptance and resilience symbolizes the beauty of embracing one's identity even in the face of adversity. It teaches us to find strength in our differences and to carry ourselves with confidence and dignity. I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you in my next video. God bless you. Bye.